Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Bitcoin has turned around from its close call from a head and shoulders pattern that has now been invalidated. Oh my goodness! Thank goodness for that. That head and shoulders has turned into a big W, and we're gonna talk about that and more in today's episode. I know I'm supposed to talk about alts today. I know I promised that, but I'm gonna be flipping the script on you. Sorry. And we're gonna be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and what's the big move, right? Because you know what, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be explosive. You wanna hold a piece of those two assets and put them away. You know what? I'm gonna be taking a lot of my Ethereum and my Bitcoin already. I have a lot of Bitcoin. I'm gonna put them into a vault and put them and never ever spend them ever, right? For at least 10 years. At least 10 years, actually. So more than 10 years, right? Maybe never, because as long as we have the current fiat system, probably going to be never. But if the fiat system is gone, then you know what? Then these things come out, right? That's it, right? So as long as there's a fiat system where I can borrow and print, I'll do that against my stash, and I won't have to use them ever. But if we do have a monetary system that includes both Bitcoin and Ethereum only, well then, it's time to pull those things out, right? Because then they're going to be worth a whole lot, because people are going to be wanting to give up their stuff for this precious Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? They're going to be giving up their stuff at a low price too, right? So it's going to be awesome. And the cool thing is, right, in the future, I think we're going to see people, producing things that are solid, that are durable. No more Chinese stuff that breaks every once in a while. But anyways, you don't want to hear that. You want to see what's going on in the charts. All right, but before we do, remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for entertainment purposes, and you must do your own research before putting your own money into the market. All right, with that said, let's go. Woo! Yes, thank goodness, man. You know what? It was looking a little depressing, right? Of course, but depressing in the sense that prices were going to be falling, right? Nobody wants to see things fall, right? We want to see it only go up, but that's not the way that the world works, not the way the market works. So we're just going to accept it. If it breaks down, we were going to be buyers down here for sure. We were like, yeah, with our hands out. And no, right? We're like rejected. And of course, it created a nice W here, and off we were, off to the races. I totally missed that. I was busy with the fam, so I did not see all this transpire, and we hung out for quite some time, and yeah, there we go. That was a jump off point. Gave you a chance to even get back in. If you missed it, it gave you a chance to get in, and off we went. Let's take a look at where this target is for this current W, right? This one looks very solid, very playable. It looks like it wants to go to that, definitely to its target. And that target would be, let's see here, right here. Let me just hold down the control key so that the magnet gets disabled. There we go. And then we take the target all the way to, wow, we're taking it all the way to the new highs here. That's cool. So most likely we might see Bitcoin head all the way up to this red trend line that we've had for quite some time. And I can probably delete this trend line now. And let's add a new one, because I bet any money that this trend line might hold some significance here if we do any kind of retracement. Right here. There we go. Bet you any money. That's going to be some significant valuation right there. Okay. Let's see what happens over time. Now, yeah, so Bitcoin, right? I think we can see that we could head up to the all-time, the local highs here, this local high, and break through it, and probably take it out all the way up to the $57,000. Let's see here. I'd like to do some fibs, right, to see if we can determine if this price action will get up to 78.6 or 61.8 or something like that. Interesting. Oops. Let's go. There we go. Interesting. The 61.8 is right there. So, I mean, we hit it exactly on the way up, and now we're heading back to the 61.8. Is that correct? Wow, that's cool. And it's beautiful, man. The fibs are just so beautiful. And so you can see an 88.6 up here, but it doesn't look like it lines up with this trend line. I don't know if this trend line is that important now that I'm looking at it. I'm wondering how important it will play a role, because it's too far out now. But I'm going to hold on to it and see what happens. Okay. Before I get on to Ethereum and talking more about Bitcoin and what its incredible move that it's going to be doing, I want to point out that we got yesterday's episode up on BitChute, right? Not sure what happened with Chris's episode, but I'll be talking to him on Monday. Still don't have my Telegram group back. Instagram page back. Sorry. And it's sad. I can pay somebody to do it, but man, I don't know if I want to do that. It's really horrible, right? They know how these guys are. They're like they're control freaks in all the major social medias. They're so super control freaks, and they don't have any kind of fair system in order to determine who is legitimate and who's not. And it's horrible. It's horrible, and it's so easy, right, to do so. I mean, banks do it every day. So why can't they do it, right? So it's ridiculous. To register that they can't, like, you know what? Okay, send in your photo ID, send in your what's it called, your stuff, so that we can verify that this is yours, right? And this is you, truly you. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous, right? So, anyways, that's the situation here. I'm not going to be. It's going to be a while probably before I get the account back. Hopefully, you guys can help me with that. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's head over to Ethereum. Ethereum was looking like it was going to do the same thing with Bitcoin, but then it said no, thank you, and broke through. And I'm wondering if this I don't count this as a W. No, I'm not going to count this as a W. Maybe this little thing here, and it's like sideways W. If we like tilt our head to the side here, no, forget it. You could like say there's a little bit W. If we were to switch to a line chart, right? You can see some Wing action there. Yeah, it's a little off there, but you can see the W action a lot easier when you switch to line chart. So if you can't see the W's, you can always do that. All right. Well, anyways, Ethereum has broken out, of course, from its previous last swing high. So that's always a positive. We're going to probably retest that. And then if we continue, look at that. We've already tested that. So look for a 61.8 move right here. I mean, it's obvious. Oops. Can't seem to control my my mouse here, but here we go. Now, if you can see, that's 61.8. That's cool, man. And look at that. I bet you we're gonna touch that and then roll back down. Love the Fibonacci retracements. Always a solid thing to have on your charts, and a very solid tool to use. All right, I'm gonna delete all this, and I'm gonna draw a trend line, a new trend line, because I bet you any money we're going to have some sort of trend line support. And if we do, let's see here. I think it's be right about here. Oops. And let me just move this. If we do have this trend line support, we can see Ethereum take off like a rocket ship when we come back here. We'll maybe test it one more time and then that's it. It's off to the races. If we break it, we could probably come back down to test this lower level of the $12,000 or $1,300 basically area. Alrighty, let's head over to the Bitcoin dominance. You can see we're at the cusp of breaking down the dominance. You know, let me just get rid of the colored candles. Wait, don't know why I have them on here because there's not much use on this. But anyways, you can see it's struggling. It wants to break down. It wants to break down so badly. It's like coming down, right? I even got a notification just before the show that, hey, I sold some more altcoins. Yeah, we're ready to see all the altcoins pop off like popcorn, and I'm looking forward to having the private show today with Pandora's Wallet subscribers, right, to discuss which altcoins that we're going to be trying to buy through the show. We're going to have just an altcoin show tonight at 8 o'clock, right, local time. Be there, guys, especially you guys who are watching right now. If you have Pandora's Wallet, we're going to be shopping for alts, man, because all these alts are just going to be like like crazy in the next little while. So we want to be positioned correctly to profit from that in the next coming days and weeks. So looking excited, I'm getting excited about that. So all right, okay, Bitcoin, man. Oh, you know what? Look at this thing. It looks like something. It looks like, what's it called? The debt, the government debt as it grows, right? It's like exponential growth, and you're like, nothing grows exponential except the U.S. government debt. And so effectively, I believe that Michael Saylor, when he said that we have crossed the Rubicon, basically, in March of 2020, where we said, oh, well, we'll just print as much as we can in order to stop anything, to prevent anyone from failing. So don't worry about it. We are going to take care of you, right? I was talking to this lady that I met on a flight over to Chile, back to Chile, and she was telling me that the government's paying her rent $3,000 a month, right? Just like that, and there's no end to it, right? She's like going to be receiving this income forever, and she knows a lot of people who are getting the same in the United States, and I'm like, oh, okay. This is clearly not sustainable, right? You understand that, right? And so, yeah, she's getting the 3,000. Other people are getting 3,000, and it's with no end in sight. And she still has a job, and she's still getting paid. It's wow. This is not moving up fast enough. Basically, this is not moving up fast enough. Based on that, your dollar is finished. There is no. They're giving it to everybody. So what's value? What's the value? If you know what? Think about that. Let's just print off $1 million and give it to every single person in the United States, and now everyone will be a millionaire. Is that going to be the case? No. Right? No. That's why you have to run, don't walk, and get some more Bitcoin. That's all I was thinking about. Like when I heard this story, right, from this lady, she's like, yeah, man, and I have lots of friends and people that are doing that all the time. And I'm like, oh, wow. another world, man. In the United States, another world. I guess I should apply for something now. Forget that. I don't trust the U.S. government. Man. Anyways, whew. So you can see these both Bitcoin and Ethereum just absolutely skyrocket. Now, JP Morgan, right, sends his private clients a primer on crypto. The report, which was reproduced, and let me just go down to here because they repeat it here. JP Morgan has sent its private banking clients to educate them on the risks and opportunities of investing in crypto. The report, which produced in February 2021, and obtained by CoinDesk Friday, has been distributed by clients of JP Morgan Private Bank, which requires a minimum balance of $10 million to open an account. Okay, buddy. Yeah, and there's no demand. Remember, I just remember. Yeah, that's right. This comes on after CNBC reports in February that JP Morgan's co-president Daniel Pinto claimed demand isn't there yet. Nobody's interested. See how these guys are criminal liars, right? And they get away with it over and over and over again. And you should ignore anything that comes out of a bank. Anything they tell you at a bank, you go to a bank, right? And you say, what do I do? And whatever they tell you, you do the opposite. Oh my God. These guys are horrible criminals. They will rob you blind just because that's their job, basically. Period, right? And this is not a new development. Didn't all of a sudden, out of nowhere, banks became criminal enterprises, right? No. In the past, 100 years ago, people hated banks. 200 years, people hated banks. Why? Because they were criminals. They still are. Oh my God. It's amazing how we trust these guys implicitly, and yet they come from the back. They come out and take from the back of our pockets. We go, oh, don't trust us, and then, whilst they're pickpocketing us without us noticing. That's horrible. And it'll continue to do so until you become your own bank. Until we use crypto full time and never use a bank ever again. And I'm looking forward to that day. Right. So remember, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are real, here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers, people.